Welcome back to Construction Simulator. We're on the Europe map, finishing off the bridge level and particularly the asphalting. This is me from the future. The plan was to include the asphalting as part of the last episode, but it didn't fit, so we're going to splice that last bit of footage onto this last episode and hopefully finish off the bridge campaign. So let's jump into the asphalter and get the this side of the bridge all done. Let's grab our new... So that can go in the store. We just bought that, but we don't need it. Let's get our new asphalt compactor. We will jump across here. I'm guessing this is the best place to jump to, even though it's down the ramp. We'll quickly run around. Alright, we're at the site. Let's see how well this thing goes up the ramp. Hopefully it will go pretty smoothly. Cool. So we'll start on the left hand side. Turn on the vibrator. Let's get going. I'm not sure how long this will take. So percentage is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 seconds per percentage, 7,000 seconds at 10 minutes. Okay. I suppose it's just a matter of going up and down, up and down, up and down. We'll make nice clean stripes. Yeah, I'm not sure what else is left on this campaign map. Do you think we're going to do the other side? I don't know. This should probably be, we're at 75%. I don't know whether there's a, will this give us 25% worth of progress? I mean, it is a big stage. I'm going to drive forward here because it's going to be way easier to judge where I am. Yeah, this might be the final stage. It is $900,000 worth, so it probably is both sides. We're making slow progress. We're nearly at, it's 20%. I probably don't need to be that close to the wall. So if we go up and down 3 times each side, so 6 stripes. Is that enough? So I think 2 stripes is going to be worth about 30%. Yeah, this is definitely a good example where multiplayer just shines, gets 2 or 3 people, kind of do it like a snowplow situation, like on a freeway where you have 2 or 3 or 5 machines next to each other and just in a big diagonal line. Yeah, definitely a fun multiplayer experience. Kind of shares the laboriousness of it all. So U-turn and go up the left-hand side here. Line it up for a new run. Off we go. Get the construction menu. Yeah, we're doing a half decent job. The trick is to be straight. I'm trying to put that front edge on the corner of that grey corner. Well, 33, we're a third the way there. Yeah, we'll finish this off and then we'll probably call it an episode. If it happens to be that we just have to talk to the investor after that, we'll do that, but I've got to film in the other side, has to get done. In fact, if you're hearing me talk about this and you're going, hey, isn't this the next episode? It's like, I may have gone back and done some magic and editing and merged this footage from this episode at the end of this episode into the front of the next one. So that, you know, some of it sounds a bit weird. That might be why. We'll make 2 45-minute episodes rather than a 30 and a 20 or something. An hour and then a 20. I mean, I think probably my guess is that the difference between medium and hard is that hard has to do both sides and medium only has to do one. Around we go. Trying to line it up with the worst of it. Well, we're nearly at 40. We're at 45. We're nearly at 50%. So yeah, it looks like it's going to take 8 stripes, maybe 7. Yeah, probably 7 stripes. I'm trying not to leave any gaps at all. Just from a perfection point of view, get it right the first time. Got to have pride in your work. %. So our money situation's kind of gone up and down. We're down to 2.1. We started with about 2.5 on this campaign level, but we've bought a lot. We've bought the 3 asphalt tools. We've bought that big crane down there. It's our second big crane. So yeah, not bad. We've probably bought nearly $1 million worth of hardware. So it's been a pretty good level. And this is the end of the Prestige campaign. So we're going to be moving on to some other investor type person to talk to us. Next kind of phase in the map. We'll let the auto turn off thing kick in. Oh, is it going to stay on? Oh, there it goes. So 57%, yeah, so probably 3 more stripes should do it. A little bit too far. Alright. Come on, 60%. Probably can go a little bit more to the right. I think I'm being a little bit too cautious here. Let's have a look at the map. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Man, you get used to the music. 66%, 1/3, 2/3 of the way there, 1/3 to go. I definitely won't be doing this one into the night. It's way too hard to see what you're doing with headlights. Haven't heard the church bell. We must be a fair way from it. We replaced it in the last campaign episodes, in the public square one. Alright, turn around. Yeah, I can maybe 2 more stripes, maybe? There's not that much left. Yeah, I'm trying to keep that front wheel just to the left of the top of the hill. Seems to catch all the stuff off the sides well. It does bounce around a fair bit. You do have to correct for it in the steering. It's not like set the steering and let it go. It does bounce around a bit. Just past 76, 3/4. Alright. About, what, 10 minutes-ish? 8 minutes we've been doing this. So yeah, the guess was right. About 7 seconds, 8 seconds per percent, so 10-12 minutes. One-fifth to go. I don't mind doing asphalting. I just don't want to do it too often. Like, this is fun to do once in a while, 10 minutes, fine, but I don't think I've got the patience to do this multiple times or much more often. Yeah, 1 per major campaign thing is kind of okay. But you know, if I had to do it in like 2 or 3 of the missions per campaign, I think that would get a bit boring. Alright, so I'm thinking we're going to have to do a stripe and then come back and do a partial. That's my guess. Looks good though. I think we've done a nice clean job. No lumps anywhere. Will we have to come back again? Probably. I'm getting a little bit far to the left here. I'm going to push myself slow to the right. %. Yeah, I think there's going to be 1 more stripe here involved. Maybe half the halfway back. I'll do it driving forward. Trying to drive backwards with this type of situation is really hard. So we'll do a quick U-turn here. 17,000 point turn. That looks like a new road, doesn't it? I love our cranes out there. Looks really cool. 96, 97. Don't make me drive all the way from the middle back to the edge, please. It's going to make me do that, isn't it? 98. Oh, did I missing? I am missing a tiny amount. I can't do that. It's not allowed. My OCD doesn't allow that. $99. $100. They have to the other side. Yep. Because we had not a huge amount of overlap before, I'm going to make sure that I think this time I'm going to go left, right and down the center, I think. Oh, come on, let me do that middle bit. It's just been problematic. Oh, it's a game design thing not to have that. We'll finish this stripe and then we'll change the time. We are walking badly to the right here. So I'm just going to reposition. Oh, it's really hard to keep a straight line. Alright, let's jump out, fix the time. We'll go for morning. You can see that if you look at the cabin, it's slowly turning to the right. It seems to wander a bit. Now it's wandering to the left. Yeah, so the physics definitely affect the driving of the vehicles. There's little micro effects. It's interesting the middle of the road isn't pavable. I need to watch the level of the So I'm guessing this half is about the same speed as the other half, so about half hour or so. So we'll have to call this the Asphalt episode. I had a little gap then, but I didn't. I'm not sure if the yellow indicator means it's empty at the front or empty at the back of the. Because a lot of these things do have like a delay about how they move through the vehicle. We'll do the left hand side and then we'll come up through the middle. About there, I think. Can I go further to the left? Oh, come on. The tracks do not want to drive on the asphalt. Oh, yeah, you can't go left more. The tracks do not want to drive on the asphalt. They struggle to... try and make it go straight. Come on, go straight. Stop walking to the... It keeps on wanting to walk to the right. Well, that's half of it, 50%. Bit slow and laborious. Not the most riveting episode, I'm sure. I don't know if it's any better or worse than me digging dirt for 5 hours. I personally like digging dirt, but I don't know how much fun it is to watch. Let's get a different view for a while. The problem with this view is it's hard to tell if you're going straight. And it looks like it empties at the front before it empties at the back. Whoops. Yeah, I've done this multiplayer before with 3 people at once, where one person's driving with a dump truck in front of you and actually filling in the bucket. That's kind of cool, that's fun. And then another person's following up with a roller, and then you tend to get ahead with the asphalting and the rollers get behind, so then all three of you jump on 3 rollers and just forge through it really quickly. This bridge is long. Oh, there it is. Ironically, I say that just as we get to the end. I'm going to have to turn around to get my brain capable of understanding what's going on. Alright, so let's see if we can get a stripe down the middle here. I'm kind of wishing this is how we did the previous side, rather than fighting with all those bollards that were in the middle. $87. I'm just going to put this guy straight back into the storage after it's done. I don't think there's any reason to keep it anywhere near the property. Getting thrown around a little bit. Can we make it on this load? Probably not. How much is the load? I haven't been paying attention. Oh, down to $2 million. It must be a fair bit. I'm guessing a load's $20,000? Only 10,000. That's not too bad. I mean, concrete's 18, so. So the asphalt capacity, it nearly gets at the top. I can see that when we refill it, the yellow bar gets only about it gets about 5 or 10% from the top. So our skill points are probably related to that. We've got 2 of the 3 levels assigned to this, so we are getting a pretty good rate. And that is it for that guy. You can go back home. Let's jump into our compactor, and I think it's about the right place we want to be at. game is cruise control. Having to hold the triggers kind of laborious. Well, I did choose hard, I guess. I mean, it's my own fault that I wanted so much money out of the level. I think it's $900,000. Was it $900,000? $765,000 for this stage. Oh, and that's it. It's going to be just this, and then we're done. Well, if that's the case, then the concrete mixer can go away, the fuel pump can go away, the truck can go away, the trailer can go away, the crane can go away, the other crane can go away. That's in the yard, that's fine. And we'll continue on with this guy. So a bit cleaner skyline now. Up and down, up and down. I really can't think of much to talk about today. There's only so much about asphalting and driving up and down a road that is interesting to talk about. It's not like there's different equipment that you can buy. There's only one. I think there's only one asphalt compactor, and there's only one asphalt machine, I think. The plane is an interesting piece of equipment, because it lets you plane and dump it on the ground, but it also allows you to plane, and this is the thing that picks up asphalt, but it also lets you put it into a truck. So I think it's an interesting balance that they've forged there, for single player versus multiplayer. I saw someone talk about how it'd be cool if like an AI could be assigned to follow you in a truck. That's an interesting concept. I mean, AI in general in games is interesting. I think that's one of the strengths of Farming Simulator. Construction Simulator probably, I don't know, there's elements where I go, it's good to be laborious. It's actually part of the positivity of achieving a mission or something where you actually had to forge through and do it all yourself. But I can see with things like Farming Simulator, where the game is more about farming large swaths of field, and Farming Simulator is just a driving game. All you do is drive up and down. That's all it is. It's just what machine you're doing it in. At least in this game, there's craning and stuff, and you're more stationary. It's a bit more dynamic. But particularly with Farming Simulator, it's a driving game. Unless you do logging, which is what I've been doing lately, because I got sick of, after doing 100, 200 hours, what more than that of driving up and down fields, there's a limit. So as I said, I think that's what justifies the AI in Farming Simulator, because it's just a driving game, really. But what's an AI going to do in this? Is it going to do the craning for you? There's definitely more dynamicness to this game's gameplay. Driving is basically, comes down to asphalting, soil compaction, asphalt compacting. That's about it. There's not actually that much other driving. I mean, sure, there's trucking, but that can be skipped. So I don't know how AI really would be used in this game outside of the asphalt planing. Maybe things like, hey, can you automatically refill the concrete truck for me? But that's more of a, I suppose you could say that's an AI thing, but that's more of just maybe an option. Well, that's a good example where if you're on the construction pump menu, maybe you can enable something that lets you control the concrete pump menu, sorry, that lets you control the concrete mixers menu, maybe. I mean, the asphalt layer that we just had then lets you fill up the front. If it was just slightly more dynamic and lets you fill up whatever device was filling you at the time, that'd be kind of useful. rather than having to jump across. Saying that though, they have made the keystrokes to actually achieve that very small, and it takes less than 5-10 seconds to jump across, refill, start pouring again, and jump across back to the concrete pump. So I don't know if that, with that simplicity available, I don't know whether it's a good design decision to really enhance it by some type of AI or extra menu system. The benefit of the menus right now is they're consistent. They don't move. You can use muscle memory to navigate them. I said this an episode or two ago. Reset should have a confirmation on it. It's way too dangerous. That's enough. Oh, there's a plane. Where is the plane? It's there somewhere. There it goes. Yeah. What are the odds of that? That's a good little feature. I mean, props to the developers. You could easily have not had that play in the game. Easily. It's a tiny value add, but it really helps with immersion. Even things like the bell. Like I doing the hotel level, I really look forward to every hour to hearing that bell go off. It just gave the game. It just gives the game some atmosphere. When I mistakenly reset this guy before I had to drive back, there was a car right behind me as I was driving back, with a radio blaring, and like that's a very small thing. Even things like the boat out there doing laps. It'll be interesting to see if he goes further once the bridge is open. But yeah, small things like that, it really does help. When I was doing some craning before, I could hear some bees flying around, and right now I just heard some birds. So it's all those little small sound bites that really does help the immersion. The traffic, I think, has got better as well. When the game first came out, I felt that the traffic was just always in the way or a problem. And there's a couple of dials now that were added that you can dial down the amount of traffic, which I have done, but they also just don't seem to be too problematic anymore. And the balance is just right. And once again, it's another element of the immersion of the game. If this was like SnowRunner is a good comparison because the graphics are very similar. This is comparing to SnowRunner's dead. There's no other cars on the map, and by design you don't want other cars on the map in SnowRunner. But it's a good example how it has a different element of immersion going on. Probably 3 more stripes now. Maybe 4. Probably should move it across a little bit. So what's that? It's going to be about an hour from start to finish, maybe an hour and a half to earn $700,000. So that's not a bad ratio. I mean, if you did an hour of digging of dirt, that's only going to get you about 100 grand's worth of dirt, or free dirt. But we're talking about buying and selling dirt versus campaign money. Yeah, I think this is still quite a good deal. I think it's earning a fair bit of money for the amount of time put in. I haven't had to roll the days too much, so you're probably looking at 2 or 3 days, 4 days of rentals. So they would have been about 20 grand for the asphalter and maybe 15-20 grand for this guy. So yeah, if you rented it, it's still a very small percentage of the buying cost. We've spent what, $600,000-$800,000 to buy these pieces of equipment. It's interesting. It's an interesting balance because there's very little reason actually to buy stuff in this game. From a financial point of view, you'd have more left in the bank at the end if you rented it. Because I suppose you could sell the equipment, but I don't think can you sell equipment? I think you can. Yeah, I don't know whether renting or buying is actually better from an overall cost point of view. Yeah, it'd be interesting to have a competition between people saying, hey, who can get to $10 million the fastest or something, and what approach they take, whether they take a rental approach or a buying approach. I mean, with rentals, you're not paying for maintenance, you're not paying for fuel, so that does, well, it's not a huge amount, I guess. 78%, 3/4 of the way there. This episode is going to be done, and so is this campaign. Prestige. It's a good prestige. I mean, prestige projects will be done, and we'll move on to the next investor type person. So the game's about quarter done, plus whatever contracts around the city there are to do. So maybe 1/5 done after this. We're about where are we at? About 20 episodes? Yeah, so maybe 100 episodes to do the campaign. Yeah, I think that should roll out well, because I think it will be about 100 days from now until the new map comes out. Yeah, it should all work out quite nicely. What I'll probably do is finish the campaign, do that all back to back, and then just fill the void with the fill the time between the map coming out and when this is done with the contracts around the map, just the ad hoc ones. Anyone going up and down, don't forget to like and subscribe. You got plenty of time to wiggle that mouse over or touch that surface. I was looking at some YouTube stats the other day, not for my channel, just in general. I was staggered to hear or see how much of YouTube is watched on mobile devices. It was like 80% of all content is watched on mobile, which is staggering to me because I watched nearly all of mine either on PC or on Xbox. So, you know, if I decide to watch something a bit bigger, a bit more meaty, I'll tend to watch it on the couch on the Xbox. And if it's a little bit, I tend to watch, you know, little clips here and there throughout the day on my PC. So yeah, I was quite surprised that mobile is the predominant consumption. And I wonder if that's true for all genres of content. So I would have guessed that like this esports stuff would be much more aligned to people with high fidelity screens so they can see the detail. I mean, the reason why I do the recording in 2K is so you can see what's going on. Talking of which, we're nearly 100%. Oh, I was hoping that was just going to pop then. So let's go backwards, and we'll see it. See the animation. Ta-da! Clear the construction site. You have progressed to play level as well. Let me turn that off. Bridge stage complete. So why is it concrete and not asphalt? That's kind of weird. Where do I have to go to? Oh, way over here. And there we go. We have a big freeway. Speak with the investor. So this can go back into the storage. You can get some maintenance. And let's go talk to our dude and end the prestige investor phase. So even things like they honk, yeah, that's it. Just a little bit of character. Even the guys walking around are pretty good. They actually walk around each other really nicely too, and give way to each other. All right, should we do this at high sun? Yeah, it's probably a good time of the day. All right, guys, let's do this.
I'm excited, and this time I mean it. Not only did our efficient and rapid implementation impress the City Council, we're also ensuring that the working population will no longer be stuck in so many traffic jams in the mornings. This will certainly have a positive impact on my image among the city's residents. I'm curious to see what will happen next. We will see.
And there we have it. We have fulfilled a goal for the current upgrade level. So yeah, our company can have a bigger, probably bigger level. Yeah, good looking bridge. So it's looking at the campaign. We will see the prestige guy in the finale, I'm guessing. Whoops. So the next one will be renewable. And so some parks, some roads, biogas, lots of cool stuff. So that will be the next phase. And we'll then move on to a whole lot more. All right. And before we go on, let's look at our upgrade levels. Reach level. So how do we get this? Upgrade levels. So small, everything's unlocked. Medium, we have to do refueling, we have to do repair. We can get a foreman, which lets us have multiple contacts at the same time. Yeah, so we just need to start repairing and refueling at gas stations rather than at our base. And then that will let us move on to here. Yeah, have an account balance of $5 million. We'll get there, but that won't be too hard to get to. And then these 50s, yeah, and getting a better mechanic will be better. Cool, but that will be later. Skill points, yeah, we have one left. Should we go for bucket or should we go for asphalt? I think the asphalt thing was the worst. I think I might do bucket capacity. So yeah, we've nearly done the ones that will matter. So that'll be next. Then we'll probably do these next. No, we'll probably do fitness after that, and then we'll do these last. All right, and with that, we'll call that the end of the episode, end of our campaign series, and we'll move on. As always, like, subscribe, comment, that cool stuff. Do it. Just do it. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.